Hey you guys, and welcome into my kitchen. My name is Alexis Littlejohn. I am a certified holistic nutritionist and also a restorative wellness practitioner. Now, in essence, what I do is focus on restoring balance in the body through nutrition and other mindful practices. Now, I wanted to hop on this video with you guys today to share my story, what I stand for, and essentially why I started doing this work. So my story actually begins my final semester in undergrad. And during that time, honestly, I was taking like 18 credit hours. I was working a job. I was doing an internship. And I decided, you know what? Why not? Let's go ahead and throw in dietary changes as well. So what really made me even want to consider changing up my diet was me being a country girl from the sticks of North Carolina. That's why I like to refer to it as. But me being really country, we grew up eating pork, fatback, liver mush. Liver mush is a thing in North Carolina, okay? So I ate a little bit of everything. And with me seeing like the things happening in the world and also seeing and knowing at that point that a lot of the foods are tied to a lot of chronic illness and disease that many people are experiencing, I was like, you know what? If I can avoid those types of things by just modifying my diet, then let's do that. Let's start making those changes now. So I began to start pulling certain things out of my diet at that time. Now, fast forward, after I graduated, I moved to Charlotte, North Carolina. And in that process of looking for a job, I also was transitioning over to being fully vegetarian. And one day I woke up, I was like, you know what? Today is the day. And I didn't look back. So in the midst of me searching for work, finally found a job, and I began working as a healthcare IT consultant at the hospital. I was still going through the changes with the diet. And some of the first things I noticed when I initially switched over was I had more energy. My skin looked better. I've always been able to pretty much maintain my weight, but everything was really balanced as far as my weight too. It wasn't fluctuating those 5 pounds. I had more energy, didn't really know what to do with the energy. I was like, oh my goodness, like, is something going on with me? My ability to focus was so much greater. So there was a lot of positives that just simply came from me cleaning up my diet. Now, I would say later in the fall, I think it was fall, yes, the fall of that year, I was presented with an opportunity to actually start traveling as a healthcare IT consultant. Now, me being a newbie in the vegetarian community, I was like, travel? That sounds great, right? That speaks to my Sagittarius side. I'm like, I want to travel. That's great. However, traveling on the road as a vegetarian would be something that I've never done before. So I kind of had some mixed feelings about that, but I decided, you know what, let's do it. If I'm committing to this lifestyle, I shouldn't just have to commit to it if I'm just at home and in a safe space. So I decided to start traveling, and I committed to the lifestyle. No matter where I was at, I was like, I am not going back. This is what I'm committing to. So I continued to get those really good results. So I say about after a year of being vegetarian, I decided that, you know, this is something that I want to begin sharing with other people because I've actually begun to reap these benefits from this lifestyle. So in 2017, I decided to enroll in American Fitness Professionals and Associates certification program to then go after my holistic nutrition certification. Now, about 6 months later, which puts me in 2018, I was able to get certified, and then I also launched my business, Holistic Essentials, and I immediately start working with clients. Now, what I was noticing within the first few months, all of my clients were getting results. They were feeling energized, they were losing weight, they had more focus, more energy, all those things, right? Just happening for them the same as it happened for me. But as time went on, I was noticing that some of my clients were not getting those results. And as a health coach and someone that is truly looking to help people achieve their goals, it kind of made me take a step back. And when I took that step back, I was just trying to figure out, okay, what is going on? Because I'm recommending all these healthy foods. They're exercising, they're drinking their water. But what they are finding is certain foods are just not mixing right with their body. they're feeling bloated, they're feeling constipated, they're still gaining weight, they can't get rid of the weight. It was all of the things. So during that time, I decided to take some time off and really do some more digging. And in my time of taking that short period off, I decided that, hey, I want to work for a corporate company. Let me see if I can get some more training so that I can be a better coach and actually show up for my clients. So I joined the company and I began working with young adults, children, and older adults, and coaching them on their structure. And what I found in that year of working with that particular company was a lot of the information that they were having me help coach with was not really that individualized. They were giving a lot of general information, and a lot of the stuff that I was telling my clients to the reason why I had to take a step back. So after about a year of working with that company, I decided, I've learned a lot, I've gained a lot of experience. I know how to work with, of course, children, young adults, teenagers, just a wide spectrum of individuals. However, the roadblock was still the same. Some of those people still were not getting those amazing results. So I decided to leave that company, and then I went back to the drawing board once again. And when I went back to the drawing board this time, I was like, you know what? I got in this space because I really want to help people. I see so many people struggling, so many people sick. I want to be able to shift that current. So I say about a few months later, I stumbled across a program that literally has changed the way I practice. And in that program, it was going to give me the tools that I needed to be a practitioner, but also the tools that I needed to understand gut health. Now, in this program, I learned how to use testing that helps us determine what's happening inside of your gut. So those imbalances, if you're properly breaking down your foods, absorbing nutrients, and then also eliminating waste. In addition to knowing exactly what foods are going to be right for your body. So using both of those tests together helped me create a plan for my clients. Now, I was completely blown away. After I completed the program, I was like, you know what? This is something that is going to help so many people. And before I begin helping other people, let me work on myself first, right? Mind you, I had been like vegetarian 4 to 5 years at that point, and I was like, you know what? I want to do this on myself first to make sure that this is something that's effective and works. So I took myself through the journey, and when I tell you guys, when my test results came back, what I found was I was not producing adequate amounts of digestive enzymes to break down my food. I had a parasite in my large intestine. And in addition to that, I had what you call food sensitivities. And being vegetarian was great, right? I'm eating fruits and vegetables. I'm eating a lot of healthy foods. But for some reason, that just wasn't enough. And during the time of me taking myself through this process, I literally was living in Wisconsin for about 7 months, back and forth to Florida. And I was eating out, honestly, 95% of the time. When I would come home, of course, I would cook. But I was there for like 10 days at a time, and I would be home for 4. So my body was not used to eating like that and just constantly eating out, even if you're eating at quality or better places that offer vegetarian options. They're not cleaning those fruits and vegetables like you would at home, and you don't know really what you're getting. You're getting probably GMOs, pesticides, herbicides, all of those chemicals constantly placed on your food. So what I noticed in that 7 months of me traveling back and forth, I also gained weight. I gained about 10 pounds being up there. Now, mind you, that's the heaviest I've ever been. So once I was going through the program, what really made me even want to do it is, of course, I wanted to see what it looked like for my clients, but I also wanted to heal my body because my skin had broke out, I had gained the weight, I was bloated, I was constipated, like my bowel movements weren't really that regular. So I was like, oh my goodness, what is going on? So taking myself through the program and doing the work, my skin cleared up, I lost the weight, got rid of the parasite, and my body felt at peace. So after completing the program, I was like, you know what? This is going to help so many people. And it truly made me a believer. I was already a believer by going through the program, but after I completed that for myself, I was like, you know what? This is going to change so many people's lives. So after completing that program, that allowed me to, of course, be a restorative wellness practitioner, to then start offering this level of service to people, because offering individualized services for people is what they need. Generic information usually does not work. Everybody is unique, and over the years of constantly consuming tons of additives and the GMOs, all of those things disrupt our body's natural functions. So it really was an eye-opener for me, because the first few years that I was, creating those meal plans, they were from general guidelines, basic information that any of us can Google online. But really what made the shift for me is learning about gut health. And everyone is going to be different as it relates to what you can eat, but you can heal. And once your body heals, we can reintroduce those healthy foods into your diet. And then you should be able to properly absorb nutrients, break down the foods, and you'll feel better. So this space that I'm currently in, as far as being a nutritionist and a practitioner, this is where I'm supposed to be. And being able to help my clients and give them the tools so they can actually begin healing is what is important. So my journey started off with me just, cleaning up my lifestyle, being vegetarian. And then I was like, okay, I want to be a health coach. But then it evolved as I got deeper into doing this work. So just wanted to share that with you guys today, because my story has evolved over the last few years, but it's a good evolution, and I'm excited to share my journey with others. So if you would like to know more about the services that I offer, please comment below. You can also email me at we@holisticessentials.com, and we can set something up soon. All right, you guys, take care, and I will be back with more content soon.